Hey, mama. So, if you're a mom in business, you already know how effective DM conversations are for growing your business. It's how you connect, it's how you sell, it's how you nurture relationships with your audience one on one. But let's be for real. Showing up on social media every day to keep those conversations going, that is exhausting. And honestly, it may not even fit your life anymore. So, in this episode, I'm showing you how to recreate the feel of DM conversations through email marketing so you can connect with your audience without social media. This is the perfect option if you have been wanting to spend less time on socials without losing engagement with your community. All right, let's jump into today's episode. Hey, mama. Welcome to Marketing Without Socials for Moms, the go-to podcast for moms in business who want to stop relying on social media to build their business and build it in a way that fits their current season of life. I'm your host, Andria Singletary, a wife, mama of two, and visibility strategist for moms. Each week, I'm giving you the inside scoop on how to increase your visibility, leads, and sales through podcasting, email marketing, and collaborations. Ready to truly make social media optional in your business? Grab your chai tea latte and let's dive into today's episode. Now, there are many benefits to leveraging DMs in your business. It allows you to connect one-on-one with the people in your community in real time. So you can nurture those relationships and learn more about the people who are in your community. It also allows you to naturally bring up your offers as a solution to the problem someone may be communicating to you via DMs. Now, DMs are great for these reasons, but it still requires you to be on. And so to get those conversations started, you have to show up on socials, whether that's creating content for your own feed, showing up in stories, or engaging with other people's content. It still requires you to be on to see those results. And if that's something you're trying to move away from, it's time to find an alternative to DMs. And so that is where email marketing comes in. Just like DMs, you can set things up so that your email community is responding to your emails and engaging with you one-on-one. So you can still, set the tone, lead the conversation, and invite your email community to reply. You don't have to deal with the headache of whether or not your DMs will end up in, the request inbox. Your emails are ending up in people's inboxes. So the people who respond to your emails, those are going to be your warmest leads. They are actively reading your emails and engaging with your content. So their reply essentially opens up the floor for you to further, earn their trust and help them to decide which of your offers is the best option for them. They've made it clear that they want to be in your world since they joined your email list. And honestly, it's up to you to earn their trust and show them that your offer is the solution that they have been looking for. Now, something I teach my clients who book an email reset is how to recreate DM conversations in email marketing. Now, there are a few things you need to do to start seeing real engagement so you can connect with your email community one-on-one. Number one is that you have to write like you talk. You don't need to write like you are writing an email for corporate or an email to your college professor. Your email should sound how you sound in everyday life. It won't make you unprofessional. It will, though, make your emails more engaging and make people actually want to respond to your emails. Like, you have to bring you into your writing. Like, point blank, period. If you want people to respond, you need to show up as your authentic self. Sharing personal stories. The whole point is to build connections, and you do that through storytelling and sharing bits and pieces of your personal life. This is how your people get to know you, and you create opportunities for them to share more about themselves with you, especially if they are resonating with your stories. This is why, in my emails, I love sharing about mom life because I serve other moms. So, they get it, So you want to look at what personal stories you can share with your audience that they're actually going to resonate with, that they're actually going to connect with and everything. The other thing is that you want to make sure you ask questions and ask them to reply to those questions. So the key to starting a conversation is to ask a question. there are many ways you can do this, and I have a few examples of how I've recently done it. So one, I recently shared with my email community about how me and my husband bought our dream house. And I wrapped up the email thanking them for celebrating with me and then asking them to share, a recent win with me. And so that opened up a flood of email responses, allowing me to connect one on one with my email community. So they were able to, one, congratulate me, but also share like a win that was happening for them or something amazing happening in their lives. And so I was able to congratulate them and celebrate them and everything. So just building that connection one on one. In another email, I shared about a client who stopped relying on Instagram and started consistently signing more clients through her podcast. And so I wrapped up that email asking if they thought about making their long form content their main marketing platform and what that could actually look like for them. And this honestly led to some really good one on one conversations and demonstrate, how I could support them with this. So I was able to essentially, sell my offer by like having these conversations, really finding out like what their struggles were, what they actually desired. And then also saying, hey, if you're looking for support with this, this is where I can support you. And then in another email, I addressed the feeling of overwhelm that many moms in business face when they are told a million and one things to do and start for their marketing. Launch a podcast, start a blog, host a free webinar, and more. And so I spoke to their current reality and how they were feeling, and then asked what is making it hard for them to step back from social media, even if they want to. Now, this email was one of my favorites because I was able to collect such good market research. I learned what the mamas in my community are really feeling, including like objections they currently have. And for those who replied, they got to experience some coaching with me. And I helped them to come up with a game plan for moving forward with marketing without social media. So that was like a really, really fun one. And so this is like, again, where you're able to kind of create these one-on-one conversations with people without having to be on socials. And then in each of these emails, I specifically asked them to reply. Like, that's the key. Don't just ask a question and ask them to reply. And then the last piece of this is making sure you respond to the email replies. The quickest way to lose your people's trust is by not responding to their emails. Like, you're not going to see that engagement if you don't respond. So take the time to respond and then also check your spam folder. I have had that happen quite frequently where people will reply to my emails, but for some reason their reply ends up in like my spam folder. So just check it. Like, I check mine typically weekly, just to see like if there are any replies that happen to end up in there. Like, these are the key pieces of really leveraging your email marketing as a way to build those connections one-on-one with your community. Now, when you book an email reset with me and you tell me, hey, Andria, I really want to boost my email engagement. I want to get more email replies. What I do is I audit your emails through this lens. So like looking at how we can make them more engagement emails. I will pinpoint, key areas where you can incorporate more of your personality, where and how to phrase your engagement questions to ensure like you're actually writing like you talk, and give feedback on, where to improve if you're not, and more. Like, I really go through your emails and look at, okay, this is what we can tweak here. This is what we can change here. So that way you are seeing more of that engagement. And that's just like one of the things that we can do with the email reset. Like, you basically can submit any type of email. So nurture emails, sales emails, emails from your welcome sequence. If you're, working on launch emails and you want me to take a look at a few of them, like, it's like any email you write, I can give you feedback on, and really making sure that it's in alignment with your goals. One of the things like I really want to highlight here is that like, as a mom in business, like when it comes to email marketing, it really does like give you the benefits of what goes down in the DMs without having to be on all the time. And I really want to stress this because I do see a lot of people kind of like highlight, like, yeah, this is one of the main reasons why you need to be, leveraging social media as part of your marketing is because you have the advantage of the DMs. And like I said, I'm not anti-social. Like if you want to be on social, that's fine. But also, let's be real. Like there are times when you need a break. There are times where you can't be on engaging one-on-one like that in the DMs, like keeping that conversation going. And we already know that if there's like maybe a week goes by and you haven't responded to a DM, that's going to impact that relationship you've been building. So, one of the things that I love about like email marketing is that one, you can batch your emails. Yes, I know you can batch social media content, but it's a lot because it's not just batching your feed posts, it's batching your reels. And I guess you can batch record your stories too. I don't know. I think most people kind of do stories in real time. I don't know. But with your emails, you can batch them and schedule them out. Now, I go anywhere between batching my weekly to batching my monthly. August, I don't know what was going on there, but I batched my emails monthly. And September, I batched those emails too. Like I had them pretty much all written before September 1st. I go through these waves of where I'm like ahead of the game, and then other times I'm writing the emails the week of. But either way, you can batch yours at whatever cadence makes sense for you. So you write them, schedule them, forget about them. The nice thing too about email marketing is that you don't feel this urgency to immediately respond as you do with DMs. So typically when you see a DM pop up on your phone, you usually feel this pressure to immediately respond. Like your nervous system probably goes into overdrive, like, oh my gosh, I got to respond to this DM. And because you don't want to leave people hanging, you don't want people to think that you're ignoring them or anything like that. And emails aren't quite like that. Like most people know that somebody will respond to their email within 24 to 48 hours, sometimes 24 to 72 hours. Like they know that it'll be like 2 to 3 days or so before they get a response. And they're not going to feel like they're being ignored or anything like that. You know, even if you have, your emails on your phone, you typically don't know if you have any new emails unless you open up the app. So it's different. Like I feel like email marketing is much more protective of your nervous system. And I'm talking about this more because as moms, we get overstimulated a lot. And that overstimulation is connected to the state of our nervous system. And so I know for me, I don't want things constantly dinging at me when I'm already overstimulated. I don't want to feel this pressure knowing like, oh man, I got this notification, I got this DM I need to, respond to and different things like that. And so having the emails like not pop up unless I go in the app, that's a lot more calming for me. That's a lot more relaxing for me. So that's just something to think about. But you still get to create these deeper connections with your audience, and you do it without the pressure of having to feel like you have to be on. You get to truly market your business on your terms. And I think that is what's so needed, but also what you need to be reminded of as a mom in business. There is no one way to do things. Like even my approach, if you're not feeling it, you have other options. But if you are someone who is just tired of feeling like you have to constantly post to stay relevant, constantly post to get leads and sign clients, there's another way. There's another way. You don't have to be showing up 7 days a week to hit your income goals, to sign clients, to grow your business and different things like that. So if you're ready to step back from social media without giving up those meaningful conversations, I want you to start by treating your email list like the warm community it already is. Start showing up there the same way you do in DMs. So with your natural voice, asking questions and inviting people to reply. And if you want support with this, book your email reset. The resources and support that I, provide you inside of this email reset is going to help you see the engagement you desire, with your email list. Like, I really do go above and beyond. Like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but I want to see you win. And so I don't give you surface level feedback. Like, I really look at, okay, how can we change this? How can we improve this? How can we bring more of you into this? And it's not me rewriting your emails or trying to make you sound like me. No, I look at, okay, who your ideal client is, what you do, but also who you are. Like, what is your personality? What is your vibe? And how can we sprinkle more of that into this email so people actually get to know the real you? So if you're ready for that type of support, head on over to mamaturnedmompreneur.com/reset. This is linked below in the episode description. All right, mama, I'll catch you in the next episode. Hey, mama. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to hang with me. I would love to keep the conversation going. So head to mamaturnedmompreneur.com/marketing without socials to join my email community. I share even more tips and strategies for building a business that doesn't rely on social media and one that fits your current season of life, as well as more behind the scenes of mom and business life. All right, mama, that's it for today, but I'll catch up with you again next week.